it's been a couple months since we've seen our friends at Texas Humane Heroes. They have lots of updates for us this morning. Kate Nesbitt, who runs the intake and foster program, is joining us today with one of the handsomest pups I've ever seen in my life. Kate, good morning.
Hi. So this is IHOP. IHOP is about 2 years old. As you can see, he's only got 3 legs. So when he came to us, he had his leg already amputated. We're not sure exactly what happened, in that moment, but it was a bad enough injury to where the doctor did decide to go ahead and amputate his leg, and we decided to pull him through a rescue. So he is officially available for adoption. You can come meet him at our adoption center. He is good with other dogs, cats. He's been good with my personal 3-year-old son. He's super quiet. He'd be a great apartment dog. He does have a little bit more puppy energy left.
He does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to keep him on the screen. You can see. You guys even said, to the point where you kind of forget he has 3 legs because he's moving around so well.
Around. Even when we came up into the studio, he was moving up the stairs, just going for it. So you wouldn't even know that he was missing a leg. He's a super quiet dog. On the ride here, we actually forgot that he was even in the van. He was so quiet. So if you're looking for a really sweet pup that's under 30 pounds, with 3 legs, this boy is looking for his home. So.
I'm hoping that the camera can capture his beautiful eyes as well. He's got 2 different colored eyes. There you go, buddy. There, we can maybe see it in the pictures. But he's fully grown because you said he's about 2 years old.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get any bigger than this.
Nope.
And he's great, as you said, for apartment dwellers. Not loud.
No, he's super quiet.
And even though he's got kind of this puppy energy, he doesn't mind being kind of cuddled,
no,
right?
It's not like an obsessive thing. He wants to be with you and to play with you, but he's not over the top about it. He does know sit. We're working on tricks. He did not know that before he came to us, so he's definitely a trainable, highly trainable dog.
Oh, he's a sweet
But yeah, his
boy.
puppy energy is more probably just been pent up from having to be on rest from his amputation surgery. Is a typical 10 to 14 days where they can't be doing anything.
Gotcha.
So he's been kind of cooped up. But I know with the right person and the right family, he's just going to want to cuddle with you all day. He's definitely going to be the dog that cuddles with you to go to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, and you said great with just about everybody.
Yeah.
So let's say somebody already has some dogs at home, or maybe they have kitties. They can come and do a meet and greet, actually, right?
Yeah, so we're open from noon to 5, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday 10 to 5, as well as Sunday. So we recommend bringing any dogs in the home, especially more selective dogs. If you have puppies, it's not necessarily a huge requirement, but we do just want to make sure that everybody in the family gets along, because that's one of the number one reasons people return animals to the shelter, is that they didn't get along with a resident pet. So we do recommend bringing pets along, also other family members in the home. If you have children, particularly anybody under the age of 12, we just want to make sure that their dog or the dog that you're bringing into the home can tolerate, and if you have a dog with a child, that everybody in the group gets along, because you just don't want anything to happen.
We want big smiles all around.
Yeah, and we want to make sure that when we send him to his home, we want to make sure that's his forever, and he doesn't have to return, so it's not confusing for him.
Absolutely, yeah, and we want to find his forever home, so I hope somebody writes in today. You were going to bring Callista, who is actually your personal foster dog right now, but she's had an update.
Yeah. So Callista is my foster dog. She is a beautiful Merle girl. She's also about 2 years old. So she came into us about 2 months ago. Actually, I think IHOP came a week after her. She fell out of a truck bed, leg broke in half. The vet also decided to go ahead and amputate her leg. I decided to take her home through the recovery period, and nobody had any idea she was pregnant for the month.
Look at these sweet
I know,
pictures.
nobody had any idea she was pregnant till a month and a half in. I went to bring her for her space surgery, and the vet goes, "I think she's pregnant." And I was like, "Oh, wonderful." So I decided that I would take her home and foster her. And then, Monday night on the 9th, she just started going into labor. And so she had a total of 10 puppies.
Wow, that's a lot of puppies.
They're all gorgeous. There's 5 that look just like her. They've kind of got that Merle coloring, as you probably saw in some of the pictures. And the other ones are black. We don't know who the dad is, but we know that mom is super great temperament, super friendly, cuddly, great mom, has been doing all of the work for the puppies so far. So if you're wanting to adopt a puppy, you'll be able to within 6 to 8 weeks of them becoming available. Yeah.
I was going to say, we want to keep them with her for as long as possible, wean them off, and then set them up for success.
So typically the weaning process is a 4 to 6 week process. Around the 6 week mark is when we can kind of start breaking off puppies. But yeah, they'll all be available for adoption through us. So
brand new babies.
See them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's so
they'll have been in the home the whole time. So yeah.
You get to have a lot of pups at the house right now. Okay. Okay, I want to ask as well about you guys expanding your foster program.
Yeah, so we started expanding our foster program. So I'm actually the foster coordinator. Something we've started to do is called shelter break fostering. So what that means is we have a list called VIP animals. What that means is they've been in shelter care for over 30 days. So after they've been in our care for 30 days, we deem them eligible for shelter break fostering. So what that means is you can take any dog home, any cat home that's like an adult or whatever, you can take them home and you can foster them for however long you want. If it's a weekend, if it's a couple nights, some people have done months at a time, some people do it indefinitely. It just really depends on the animal. It's just a lot of our long stays tend to get overlooked, especially our bigger dogs. They just sit in the shelter, and you can only imagine what it's like being in, equivalent to what you would call a jail cell for 8-9 months at a time, never getting to be in a home. It kind of gives them that luxury to be able to experience a home, and it also gives us really good feedback. So when we're trying to adopt them out, we can see how they interact in a home and how they were with their animals, their kids, their family members in the public. They give us that information, and so when someone comes to us like, oh, I like that dog, here's all the things we can tell you about him. So by doing that, you're helping save lives, and that we can better place the animals, so when they do find their forever, we know that we're more confident in that is there forever. Absolutely. We've actually had quite a few fails recently too. We had one named Shenzi. She was in foster care for over 8 months. Bailey was another huge, also been with us for another 9 months. So it's something that we're growing in order to try and get some of our longer stays adopted. And it seems to have been working so far. So if you want to foster, you can email us at foster@texashumaneheroes.org. And yeah, so.
I can hear how passionate you are about it.
I love fostering. I've fostered personally over 100 dogs in 18 months.
Wow,
yeah.
Wow, and with little ones at home, that's really saying something.
Yeah.
We'll have to leave it there. Kate, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Good job, IHOP. You did good, buddy. All right, guys, learn more about ways that you can support the shelter, including applying. They've got their annual chili cook-off coming up. They need chefs. Inquire about adopting IHOP as well. Such a sweet boy at humaneheroes.org.